Good evening to all the panelists and attendees. I am Sakshi Verma from University of Tokyo webinar team and an alumni of Ritsumeikan Asia Pacific University. And today we are here for the Global Network Project for University of Tokyo India Office. This project aims to attract students primarily from Southeast Asia to encourage them to pursue their higher studies in Japan. This program is sponsored by MEXT, Japan's Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology. And in today's webinar, we've been joined by a couple of renowned universities in Japan. Each of these universities will give a 20 minutes presentation about their programs offered at undergraduate, graduate, and doctoral levels, followed by 5 minutes of Q&A. Students are free to ask the questions on the Q&A box and not the chat box. You may send in your questions at any time during the presentation. We will collect these and address them during our Q&A session and at the end of each presentation. So please be sure to make a use of Q&A feature effectively. Again, it's a request. If you have any questions, please use the Q&A box and not the chat box. And I request all the panelists to please make sure to turn off your audios and videos while you're not presenting. We will send in a questionnaire in the chat box and it's going to take only 3 minutes. So I request all the participants to fill in the form. So we will have the agendas on the screen. Sakshi-san, can you go to the next slide, please? Sakshi-san, can you go to the next slide, please? All right, it's okay. So first, we are going to learn about this project from Ms. Sakshi Roy, who is the Assistant Manager at University of Tokyo India Office, followed by a general overview of study in Japan from Ms. Khushi Jhaveri from Keio University, and the presentation from 3 Japanese universities, which are Nagaoka University of Technology, Waseda University, and the University of Electrocommunications. So now I would like to ask Ms. Sakshi Roy to briefly introduce the program.
Thank you very much, Sakshi-san, for the introduction. I'll just share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much. So, namaste, everyone. Thank you very much for attending this webinar. I would like to welcome all our expert panelists from prestigious Japanese universities and our students from different parts of the world. So my name is Sakshi Roy, and it's an honor to serve you as a host today. So this is an exceptional initiative. Is proudly presented by the University of Tokyo India Office in support with the esteemed Japanese government organization, that is MEX, the Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science and Technology in Japan. So it's a great pleasure for us that you have participated in our webinars. Thank you for supporting our online sessions by attending. And I would like to thank all our expert panelists from prestigious Japanese universities for contributing into this webinar series. Now, let me start with a brief introduction about our office. So we are based in New Delhi, and we are part of Study in Japan Global Network Project in Southwest Asia by MEX. And we provide information on Japanese universities, not only the University of Tokyo, but we can provide information to all of the Japanese universities, as our office is funded by Japanese government to promote study in Japan. And we also, organize education fairs, seminars, and webinars throughout India to spread awareness about higher education opportunities in Japan. So that's all about our activities of our India office. So regarding our webinar, we are currently hosting session 10 of our Study in Japan webinar series. So this comprehensive series particularly aims to familiarize you with the finest Japanese universities in Japan, and providing you insights into their programs, offerings, and an extensive array of study opportunities available in Japan. So throughout these online sessions, you'll get to know about the English taught courses, scholarship prospects, and most notably, will grant you the invaluable opportunity to directly engage with university representatives. So you can post any questions you may have in the Q&A box, and we'll try to answer them throughout the session. So yeah, you can post any questions in the Q&A box through the session. So talking about the number of higher education institutions in Japan, Japan boasts a remarkable count of over 700 plus universities and specialized vocational institutions. Also, studying abroad in Japan in this captive nation promises an enriching academic journey within comprehensive education framework. So no doubt you'll learn from the very best in the world, and you'll work in some of the most modern labs, and you can also learn Japanese easily if you live in Japan. And some of the Japanese universities offer courses in English and have the world's best research facilities. Yeah. All right, now I invite your attention to this QR code, which is now showing on your phone or laptop screen. So this is a single QR code, serves as a gateway to complete deck of information regarding studying in Japan. So you all just have to scan this QR code and you'll get the whole information about studying in Japan. So whether you like to know about English taught program, short-term courses, scholarship information, or transfer program, so just scan this QR code. This will lead to a website where you can explore these details. And please do not hesitate to save this link for your future reference, ensuring that this valuable resource remains at your fingertips always. So thank you very much. This is our email address of our office. In case if you have any queries, you can just reach out to us at this mail address, and you can call on this phone number. And furthermore, we are very active on social media as well. So you can just stay engaged by following our Facebook page, Instagram page, and make sure to subscribe our YouTube channel. And our social media platform also offers the latest updates on studying in Japan, webinars alongside relevant information related to studying in Japan. Also, if you want to watch the recordings of our previous webinar, you can subscribe to our YouTube channel. And it would be very grateful if you can support us by liking and sharing our YouTube videos. So thank you very much for listening to me, and please stay tuned till the end of the session. I ensure this webinar will be profitable and the next few hours will be fruitful to every one of you. So thank you very much. Please enjoy the session.
Thank you so much, Sakshi, for introducing our programs and in the University of Tokyo India office. So can we have the agenda slide, please? Thank you. So next up, we have a presentation by Ms. Khushi Javeri, who is the International Coordinator for University of Tokyo India office and an alumni of Keio University. And today she'll be talking about her experiences of study in Japan. So Khushi-san, off to you.
So much, Ms. Sakshi. I will share my presentation right away. I hope you can see my screen.
Yes.
Great. So I hope everyone's having a great day so far. A very good evening to all the panelists and attendees, and a good afternoon to everyone back in India. I am Khushi Javeri, and today I'll be talking about my study and work life in Japan. And I hope I'm able to give you valuable insights into the life in Japan from a very student point of view. So yeah, if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them in the Q&A folder. Okay, so I'll start by giving a brief introduction about myself. So I was raised in Tokyo, and I'm a graduate of Keio University from the Faculty of Environment and Information Studies. I'm a recipient of the Keio University Scholarship for 3 consecutive years. I've also received a research grant award from Keio University SFC. And I've recently created my own platform called EduJapan, through which we help international students across the world to come to Japan for higher studies. So this is basically my research project, and students, when they come to Japan, they are usually involved in projects that are of their interest. So this is an example to show you that as my field of interest is education, I created this platform so that students across the world are encouraged to come to Japan for undergraduate, graduate, or PhD studies. And I have work experience at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, Mitsubishi Fuso Truck and Bus Corporation, and the US-Japan Council. So now I'd like to delve a little into why you should choose Japan for your higher studies out of all the countries that are there. So firstly, Japan is the third largest economy in the world with a population of 126 million. It is a member of the G7 summit and the G20 summit with other developed countries. Japan ranks ninth in the Global Peace Index and has topped the Safe Cities Index several times over the years. And there are a range of international cuisines, even vegetarian food that is available to students. And universities make sure that they take the dietary restrictions of students into consideration. And the health policies have proved to be very beneficial to international students, as 70% of the costs are paid by the government. So you will only have to pay 30% of the medical costs. To learn more about Japan and why you should choose Japan, you can scan this QR code. Next is the structure of Japanese universities. So when you compare it with India, the education system of Japan is a little more fragmented. It's not very centralized. Japanese universities are categorized into national, that are founded by the Japanese government, public, that are led by local public entities, and private, that are funded by private organizations. So 77% of the universities in Japan are private universities. But that does not mean that these universities are not that well renowned. In terms of reputation, both national or public and private universities are equally valued. So in Japan, if you pursue undergraduate a degree, which is a bachelor's program, it is for 4 years. For graduate, which is a master's, it is for 1 or 2, depending on the program you're applying for, but it's usually 2 years. So undergraduate 4 years, master's 2 years, and PhD for 3 years. In other countries, usually PhD takes 4 to 5 years. So students who are interested in pursuing a PhD, I would highly recommend you to consider Japan for higher studies. And the English programs in Japan are very well renowned, as they provide a range of degrees at very affordable prices, even when compared to India, and definitely when compared to Canada, US, UK, Australia, and the list goes on. But the tuition fee of international students and domestic students is the same. So that's one of the reasons why I would highly recommend you to apply to Japan. Next is the fee structure. I'll just elaborate on what I just said. So fee structure is undoubtedly a very important aspect when you're applying to Japanese universities. And Japan is definitely one of the most affordable countries you can pursue your further studies in, as the tuition fee for international students and domestic students is the same. As you can see from the start, the tuition fee of public universities in the US is 8 times more expensive, and private universities in the US is 6 times more expensive. And most of the international students in Japan are given scholarships. They are provided financial assistance in the form of internal or external scholarships. So internal is provided by the university itself, and external is provided by the government, like the MEC scholarship or the JASA scholarship. And I have also listed a couple of documents here that most of the universities ask for when you're applying. So for more details, you could go to the university website and you can check the application guidelines. Or you could find more information about the universities through the EduJapan website. So in order to apply for the master's or PhD courses, it depends. Sometimes you just have to follow the application guidelines that are on the website, or you have to contact the supervisor. But usually for graduate programs, you just need to follow the application guidelines. But for PhD programs, there are high chances of you having to contact the supervisor personally. So next, I'll be talking about the job prospects. So in terms of the opportunities that are there in Japan after graduation, there are several, but Japanese is a requirement. So I would highly recommend you to take the N2 proficiency, the JLPT N2 proficiency or N1 proficiency to get a job here. But if you want to get into multinational companies like Amazon or Toyota, if you are from a computer background or an engineering background, you do not necessarily need Japanese. So graduates, especially with a computer background, have great scope in Japan. And the average salary after graduation is minimum 2.5 million yen per year, which is 17 lakh rupees. And Japan also has the lowest unemployment rate, which is 2.34%. And visa procurement is not a very tedious process. The student visa can be upgraded to working visa if the student is able to find a job within Japan. And another very interesting fact is that even if students can't find a job in Japan after graduation, they can stay in Japan for about 6 months. And in case in those 6 months they still cannot find a job, your visa can be extended up to 1 year. So there are a couple of international students here in Japan who have extended the visa and have stayed here for 1 more year after graduation. So there are many opportunities and many schemes out there. So do not worry. It can be a little difficult to find a job here, but they do give you a lot of time to find a job. And lastly, one of the last things I want to elaborate on is my research project. Now, when you come to Japan as a master's student or an undergraduate student, you have to conduct research. I did my research in Japan's education. So I created a platform to help students come to Japan for higher studies. And I basically provide the university profiles of all Japanese universities, as you might be able to see here. And for more information, you can scan the QR code. But the point of this was to make you understand that students are involved in many projects. You can work on things that are of your interest. There's no set curriculum that you need to follow. You can explore different interests and your passion along the way. And you just need to find a supervisor or a mentor that can guide you, and that is it. You can work on anything and everything you want to. So this is an example. You can scan the QR code for more information. But this is what my research project was all about at Keio University. You can scan the QR code. And lastly, I will talk a little about my student life in Japan. So, from my personal experience, I can certainly say that my university has opened doors to several unexpected but worthwhile opportunities and experiences, as you can see in these pictures. From attending baseball events to participating in hackathons and clubs, every experience has been unique and memorable in its own way. Also, students are supposed to join Kinkyukai, which is called a laboratory or seminar, so that students can gain hands-on experiences in their field of interest and work on research under the professor whose interests align with yours. So I highly recommend students to consider studying in Japan. If, for example, if you want to do research that requires funds, you can also get funds to do research. It doesn't matter if you're a bachelor's student or a master's student, you can get funds to do your research as well. So I highly recommend students to come to Japan, as it will be a fruitful experience without having to school. In fact, spend lesser in Japan, India. So This brings me to the end of my presentation. I hope I have been able to give students and parents an insight into the study and work life in Japan. And I look forward to meeting you all soon in Japan. And thank you so much for your time. And feel free to ask me questions in the Q&A portal. I would love to help you. Thank you so much for your patience.
Thanks a lot, Kushi, and thanks for sharing your experiences and gave our students like you have actually given our students a lot of good information, which is very difficult to avail. So thank you so much for that. Yes, as for the agenda slide, thanks so much, Sakshi. So next up, we have presentation by Nagaoka University of Technology. So just to give a little bit information of Nagaoka University of Technology, it's a public technological university situated in Niigata, Japan. The university's goal is to become an indispensable within the fields of science and technology, both in Japan and internationally. The university has a high percentage of foreign students in comparison with other Japanese university. And today we've been joined by Ms. Nori Kobayashi Krishna Pillai, who will be giving us an insight into the university. So Kobayashi-san, off to you.
I don't think I can share the screen now.
Oh,
Can you let me share the screen? Yeah.
Sure. Hold on a second.
Yes. So thank you for everyone. Thank you everyone for joining this event, and thank you Sakshi-san and Kushi-san for helping us for this event. I am Norie Kobayashi Krishna Pillai. I am a coordinator between Nagaoka University of Technology and IIT Madras. Let me share the screen. Yeah, now I can share the screen. So I'm going to, let me think, yes. Let me talk about higher studied opportunities in Japan at Nagaoka University of Technology today. So firstly, where is Nagaoka city? Nagaoka is here in the mainland in the central area on the side of Japan Sea. And Tokyo is here, but both are in the central area of the mainland of Japan. From Tokyo Station to Tokyo Station to Nagaoka Station, approximately 250 kilometers. It takes about 1 hour and 40 minutes by Shinkansen. Shinkansen is a bullet train. So as soon as you reach Tokyo Narita Airport or Haneda Airport, and from Tokyo Station, you will take a fast ride Shinkansen experience to Nagaoka City. Nagaoka is an old castle town. It is a countryside, but yet it is a developed city with a good infrastructure. And it's a good location, Japan's longest river, mountains, and beach. You can enjoy all these natural beauties. And cultural diversity is also there, historical places and some events. Sake breweries are very famous there. And winter sports, in the winter time, it is a snowy place, so you should enjoy winter sports such as skiing and snowboarding and so on. And in the summer, there is a very famous, world famous summer fireworks also there. And Nagaoka University, shortly called NUT, it is a national technical university founded in 1976. It is one of top global university Japan, designated by MEXT. MEXT is the Ministry of Education Japan. NUT is the only university in the world designated as Hub University for SDG 9. SDG 9 is Industry, Innovation, and Infrastructure by United Nations Academic Impact. And NUT is also NUT's Gigaku SDG Institute was certified as UNESCO Chairs Program as UNESCO Chair on Engineering Education for Sustainable Development. So NUT has lots of SDG projects and activities. And NUT's International Cooperative Education Program using dual internship on multi-dimensional campus. was selected by MEXT. This is ongoing. This is an ongoing project, an exchange and collaboration between NUT, IIT Madras, and York University in the UK for 5 years from 2022. It's going on. Then mission and sorry, let me see. Mission and facts about the university. First, the number of students, 2,000 plus. It is a very small research university, but it is a national university and specialized in engineering. So the excellent facility is there. So please do not worry about it. The facility is very excellent and teaching also. And then percentage of international students about 12.2%. And, from various countries. And employment rate is 100%, which is NUT is proud. The job opportunities are abundant. And then, the mission, so NUT has created Gigaku. Gigaku means science of technology. This word created by NUT. So they trained practical and creative engineers to apply this Gigaku concept, this science, in collaboration with society. The moment is not going to the correct. Okay. So the program, if you see this website, it tells all the details about the program. And NUT is a little bit unique and special university. So for the bachelor's program in engineering, the students, most of the students come from National Technical College called Kosen. So today, I would rather like to talk about master's program and doctoral program for PG admission programs. So the master's program includes mechanical engineering, electrical, electronics, and information engineering, and information and management systems engineering, material science and engineering, and bioengineering, civil and environmental engineering, and nuclear technology. For doctoral program in engineering, it includes energy engineering, information science and control engineering, material science, civil engineering, and bioengineering. And NUT has 5-year integrated doctoral program called WISE at the Department of Science and Technology Innovation, and SDG professional course, which includes master's program and doctor's program. And if you see this student-written research laboratory guidebook 2023, this is very useful for you because you can see all the professor and lab information in one website. So, then next, this is a WISE program, 5-year integrated program, masters and doctors combined. I think most students come from Japan. So yeah, so I would rather like to explain about this. Sorry, SDG course. This one, SDG professional course. This application is currently open for 2024 entry. So if you go to this website, you get the detail. Please go and look. Go to this website and look at it. And then it can accept master students and doctoral students, both are there. In the disciplines that I explained before. And also NUT is doing this inter-university exchange project currently going on between NUT, IIT Madras, and University of York in the UK. That core area is next generation EV and DX manufacturing. And campus style is multidimensional, which includes physical campuses, like physical exchanges, and then remote campus and virtual campus. They are all combined in one project. And is there a green, black patch on the screen?
No, it's not.
No? Okay. It comes only to me. Okay. So the example of labs, actually there are many labs to accept international students, but I cannot explain all, so I just explain 3 labs as representatives. The first is mechanical engineering, material strength, bonding strength laboratory, which is led by Professor Miyashita. He is the head of India committee, India group of Nagaoka University of Technology. So, of course, it includes Indian students and many other foreign students. And Professor Otsuka, he is also working together with Professor Miyashita, and his specialty is mechanical engineering laboratory to evaluate structural safety. So these 2 professors work together, and he's also a member of India committee. So this lab also, there are many foreign students. And lastly, from civil engineering, highway engineering laboratory led by Professor Takahashi. Professor Takahashi is one of the deans of the university, and his specialization is new materials for alphabet pavements. So if you are interested in these fields, I recommend that you contact these professors. And then Nagaoka and IIT Madras holding bilateral symposiums every 2 years for futuristic materials and manufacturing for SDGs. So if you are interested in this subject, you can also join after joining NUT. And then I would like to talk about volunteering helping service for international students called Mutsumikai, mentorship program called Mutsumikai. So please do not worry much about your language and life in Japan, because tutor, they call it tutor, mentor system is there. Tutor is assigned for the first 3 months by the university to assist students to complete necessary formalities after arrival. So after first term will be settled nicely. They will help for completing formalities such as residence registration, health insurance application, help to study life. And also they give advice on study and daily life. Unique thing of the Japanese universities are that they have study trips to scenic places across Japan. And this volunteering system called Mutsumikai, they will help you. And food in Japan, food may be a very important factor in life, so not worry much. So some Indian restaurants are there in the city, and also Japanese restaurants and international cuisines are available. And for non-veg people, ramen noodles are very popular amongst Japanese, Indian and veg people. And if you maybe all the restaurants which can prepare vegetarian restaurants, but they will inform which restaurants are good for vegetarians, that they can also tell. And then these students are from Nagaoka, Indian students at Nagaoka University of Technology. Actually, they already recently graduated, and then they they are very close friends and they lived together and they enjoyed life there. And then one of them already placed in at a very good company in Nagaoka City, and two of them recently graduated and just started internship at in Nagaoka City. And this is me. So they last time when I went to Nagaoka, they invited me for their self-cooking, home cooking, very warm, tasty food. So that is very nice of them. Then this is the sceneries in Nagaoka City in 4 seasons, like spring season, then autumn season and winter season. Japan has 4 distinctive seasons. So please enjoy summer sports or summer travels, and then winter sports, skiing, snowboarding, lots of opportunities are there. So that you should really enjoy. And then tips for application process. I hope I still have time. Yes, application process. I cannot tell all, but they are all formalities, formality-wise. The most important is you have to prepare a very good research plan. Research plan to impress your desired professor and the university itself. Other things, other formalities are required, but that can be that you can find through the Nagaoka website for admission website. And then attending a language test. If you have a language proficiency certificate, please provide that also. But that is not necessary. Then you might face interview. You will face interview with a panel of professors. That is admission process. And then maybe to take 4 degree courses. Then key points are contacting the desired laboratory in advance and cycle ahead. Please do it as early as possible with a good research plan. And also you have to find a recommender, LOR. You have to keep, you have to find your recommender at an early stage, because for the recommenders it's difficult to write a good recommendation letter. Yeah, you need health certificate also within last 3 months. And then you may contact the following sections for various inquiries. This is the inquiry site. If you go to this site for different inquiries, you can go to you can check with these sections. And then sorry. And you can also refer to the information on Global Education Center, which may help international students. You can also look at this website later. I think this is all for my presentation. So we, NUT, will welcome you to our university. And thank you very much for your kind attention today. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Kobayashi-san. That was quite informative. And thank you so much for helping the students out in understanding the programs offered at Nagaoka University of Technology. So due to time constraint, we can take a few questions from a Q&A portal. For PhD programs, does Nagaoka University have PhD program in chemistry by any chance?
Yes, very much, yes.
Okay, so could you kindly let our students know that how can they apply for this PhD program in chemistry with scholarship?
With scholarship. Hi. Okay. So
Yes.
I'll send that. Maybe I'll reply to chat.
Sure. Okay. Great. No worries.
Yeah.
I mean, if you can answer verbally, that would also be helpful for the student who might someone who might have the same question. So yeah.
Okay. So I introduced the SDG professional course.
Yes.
It may be competitive because you will get the next scholarship. Yeah. So the chance. I mean, it is competitive, but please apply for SDG professional course because it can accept master students, doctoral students, both are there. And now currently application is open. So please go to that website. Please go to that website and through there, please apply.
Okay,
And then,
thanks a lot.
of course, ordinary masters and doctors courses are also there. Also there. Mm. That also you can apply, but STC professional course, definitely it is a funded course. Both are going on.
Okay, thanks a lot. And I think you have put it very correctly because SDGs is the boom in the future. So if students really wants to pursue something which is really has a good future, so maybe I think our students can actually look up for this program at Nagaoka University of Technology. So yes.
Thank you so much.
Okay, and my next question would be about the Indian students. So in your from your personal experience, how many Indian students are join Nagaoka University in a year?
As I explained, the total number of students are 2,000 plus. It is not a big university, but every year, scholars from Indian Railways, master's admission, Indian Railways students are there because some reputation is that some lab that the Indian railways scholars like to join. So almost every year, and except for the COVID time, students opt for that lab, like Miyashita lab, Otsuka lab, and so on. So now currently Indian Railways, two students are there. There may be some other students for ordinary courses. So please do not worry. And then your seniors, already graduate students, no more students, but graduate engineers, they work in Nagaoka. And especially Indian railway people, if they are married, they find this location preferred rather than living in Tokyo. Because these married people, they bring wife, and then after several months, they buy a second-hand car, and then they travel all over the places, and then they find it much easier to live in Tokyo central area. So for that preference is there. That is directly heard from the Indian students there.
Thank you so much, Kobayashi-san. I think that's quite helpful, and I think yeah, our students will definitely be interested in applying for Nagaoka University of Technology. And there are many questions on our chat box. So sorry, on our Q&A portal. So if you could answer them and leave your contact
Yeah,
details,
okay. I
that
will
would
look
be
at
really
it.
helpful. Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot. So that's it. So for next round of presentation, we have Waseda University. So Waseda University is a private research university in Tokyo, and it is regarded as one of the most selective and prestigious universities in Japan. Waseda is one of the top type universities under MEC's Top Global University project. And today we've been joined by Mr. Ye Han, who will be talking about Waseda's English-based program. So Mr. Han, off to you.
Hello everyone. Namaste everyone. This is Han talking from Waseda University, and I'm currently working in the international office. And I will just start my presentation today, and just give me one moment. Can you see the slide? So just as introduced, Waseda University is one of the top university in Japan. Before I start my presentation, I would like to show you a short video about Waseda.
Hi, thanks for checking out Waseda. I'll tell you about it in just 3.5 minutes. Let's go. First of all, Waseda is in central Tokyo. What draws people to Tokyo? Well, there are historic landmarks and buildings, and vibrant city life. Convenient public transportation, and great food. Tokyo has a lot to offer. Also, safety is part of the reason why Tokyo is rated the world's most livable city. And it's full of friendly, helpful people. Now, about the Waseda community. Waseda has over 8,000 international students, the largest number in Japan. Let's meet some students.
I think the most delicious thing to eat in Japan is shabu shabu.
はい、今一番楽しい授業はフィルムサービスという授業です。It's too easy to get lost in the train station.
僕は柔道をやってみます。
Pretty diverse, right? We offer 56 degree programs taught in English and over 3,000 English language courses. Let's look in on a class. Tell us about Waseda.
In my school at Waseda, we not only study international issues, we're an international group, a very friendly international group, and it's a lot of fun for both the students and the teacher.
Waseda has partnerships with 800 institutions in over 90 countries and regions. It's way too many for me to name. We're definitely global. Waseda is one of the top schools in Japan for employability. Our graduates are in high demand. Lots of international alumni work in Japan and around the world, creating a strong global alumni network. That's a big help when looking for jobs and internships. And for fun, join a club. We've got over 1,000. I think our clubs are some of the most active in the world. At Waseda, you can make friends for a lifetime. We'd love for you to join us at Waseda. Did you enjoy the video? For more information, visit the Why Waseda website. It's in 13 different languages. Hope to see you here!
Okay, thank you very much for your attention, and I hope you enjoyed the video. So next, I would like to spend a few minutes to introduce about Waseda University. And as you can see right here, we have over 4,700 students in the university. And as also mentioned in the video, we have more than 8,000 international universities from 121 countries and regions. And please guess how many Indian students are studying at Waseda? The answer is 43. So we also have a very strong alumni network, which are creating a very strong network all over the world, which means you will be easy to find a job and if you graduate from Waseda. And we're also creating around 8 prime ministers of Japan. And since the current prime minister, Kishida, is also graduated from Waseda. And also a lot of CEOs and the presidents of the Japan is graduating from Waseda. For example, the CEO of Uniqlo, the CEO of Nintendo, a very famous game company, and also the CEO of Samsung, a Korean company. The CEO is also graduating from Waseda University. So it is also mentioned in the video that we have over 800 partners among leading global institutions. So I just list up some very famous institutions on the slide, which means when you are doing the degree seeking studying in Waseda, not only just studying in Japan, but also you will find a chance to study abroad. For example, University of Oxford or University of Bonn or University of Fudan University to do a kind of exchange program. So also during the exchange programs, you only have to pay the tuitions in Waseda, but you don't have to cover the tuition fees in that university. So this is the 8 partner institutions in India that Waseda has a partnership with, and we are creating more and more partnerships in India. When talking about the student life, just as mentioned in the videos, we are maybe the most dynamic and active club and sports clubs invitation in all of the world. Some of our students even go to the Olympic. And talking about the cultural exchange, even though you are international student, you will don't be worried to find a friend in Japan, because we are providing more than 200 cultural events all over the year, which means you will have a lot of chance to talk to the people from different backgrounds and also make friends all over the world. So if you are not sure where to live when you're studying in Japan, maybe dormitory will be a very good chance for a very good choice for you. I just list up some three very famous dormitories provided by Western University. So in Japan, I think most university, they will have the dormitory, but the dormitory will not be located in the campus because our campus is not so big. Especially in Waseda University is located in very central Tokyo. So all of the dormitories are outside of the campus, and some of them are very close to the campus, so that you can just do a few minutes walking from the dormitory to the campus. And some of the dormitories are a little bit far, which means you have to take a train from the dormitory to the campus. The one you can see on the left below side is called Wish. This is one of the most popular dormitories in Waseda University. It has more than 800 rooms in the dormitories, and everyone will have his own room, which means you don't have to share the room with other people. And on the first floor, we have classrooms, and which means that even though you go back to the dormitory, you will be able to take classes. And also maybe you'll have the chance to get some credits in the dormitory. That's very interesting. And we are also asking very famous people and famous alumni of Waseda University to come back to the dormitory and to share their successful stories, and also share their experience during the jobs. And they also have gyms on the second floor so that you can do sports on the dormitories as well. So we heard from a lot of students who are living in the dormitory. They say that they just make the friends for lifetime, which means it was a very precious time for them to live the dormitory. And we also provide a few kinds of student support in the university. For example, career center. And when you are third year, and then you will start your job hunting. So that's a place you can go to find enough job hunting information, and also get a personal consultation. And Japan is a very interesting country because they are very, very friendly to the international students. So you can see that more than half of our international students are receiving some kind of scholarships. And talking about the Japanese language, and actually you don't have to master Japanese languages if you are studying at our English-based program. So since the bachelor program is 4 years, you will have enough time to learn Japanese language if you wish to. And then Center for Japanese Languages will be a very good place for you to learn Japanese from beginning. And we also have the GS Center. will make the LGBT student feel comfortable to living and studying in the dormitory or in the campus. And the Center for International Education is also providing the study abroad service for the student who wish to do the study abroad. And talking about the expenses, so comparing to UK and the USA, we just identified the education in Japan is called quality education because as you can see, the tuition fee is like 1/3. And this is the total image about the tuition fee and the living expenses that are living in Tokyo and study in Tokyo. Hope you will have a very clear idea about how much it will cost for every year, and not only about tuition fee, but also about the living expenses. And then this is the scholarships. And to will be easier for international students to get a scholarship more than domestic students. And these are some examples of the scholarships. And talking about our programs, we have 13 undergraduate schools and 6 of them are providing English taught degree programs. So I would just like make a very brief introduction about each school. The first school is the School of Political Science and Economics, and this is a place that you can learn in Japanese. This is a place that you can learn not only about political science, but also the economics. And you will also be able to learn the interaction between the political science and economics. And the other feature of the school is that this school provide fully bilingual programs, which means the most of courses are offered both in English and Japanese. So some students choose to finish the very important courses in English in the very first years. Then they just take some Japanese-based programs, Japanese-based courses to prove their Japanese ability. That's the idea of the example of the courses, and also the show you how the specialized degrees about each degree, yes. And next will be the School of Social Science. So this is a place like empower students to become leaders who drive positive social changes. So in this school, we encourage students to approach to social issues, just like poverty, gender inequality, racial discrimination, environment degradation in a much more like practical way. So not just in a controlled laboratory environment, which means you will have more chance to study social science by field works, do interviews, collect first-hand information, like so. And here are some examples of the courses. The next school will call the School of International Liberal Arts. And actually, this is the newest school in Waseda University, and it offers both an international environment and a curriculum based on liberal arts. So if you're not sure what to learn from the beginning of the university, this school might be your good choice. And the community is diverse and international in various ways. And actually 40% of the school faculty are non-Japanese, and this environment is like a small world of Tokyo. And also study in this kind of environment will change the way the students think about the world and also challenge of the future. And this will also lead you to see the world in very new ways. So it offers liberal arts, liberal studies in the sense of that the school student will have the freedom to follow their own interests and choose their own academic path. And you can also study widely and deeply and make intellectual connection between different academic fields. And as you can see right here, you will be able to take courses from the 7 classes, and in the first years and the second years, maybe you just take a very wide course, and during the high years, then you will be able to get a chance to deepen your knowledge by concentrating some programs on one program or few programs. So next school will be the School of Culture, Media, and Society. And maybe you are interested at anime or manga, which are very popular in Japan, or you are just like interested in a novel like Murakami Haruki in Japan, and think that's a good place for you to learn this kind of about Japanese culture. And also, this is also a school for you to learn the traditional arts. So we welcome all the entrants as the entry points to learn more deeply about Japanese culture. And this school offer introductory courses, and that will give you a good solid foundation from there. And you can also take more specialized courses and upper level courses during the senior and junior. And you don't need to know Japanese before you start the program, but we'll make sure that you will definitely master the Japanese language by time of your graduation. And there's also no typical school student in this school, because some of you may already have studied Japanese, and some of you will just be curious about Japanese culture and will start to learn about the new culture. So whatever the background you will have a great deal to contribute in the school. And yes, so this is a very small school education. So you will have only few students in the class, but you will have a very deep discussion about Japanese culture. And finally, you may produce some kind of knowledge by yourself. That's very exciting. And these schools are the two schools of the science and engineering. And currently, for English-based programs, we only provide 4 majors about science and engineering. One is major in mathematics and science, and one is major in computer science and communication engineering. And in the creative one, the major is the mechanical engineering, and one major is civil and environmental engineering. So this show you how the curriculum looks like, and also give you some ideas of the examples of the courses. So I will just give you a few tips about how to apply for our English-based programs. So depending on each school's education policy, each school are providing different quota for every year. As you can say, SEALS and the School of Political Science and Economics are provided more quotas for every year. And here is about the admission procedures. First of all, this one thing I have to mention is all application procedures could be conducted totally online. So you don't have to send any documents by post mail. You just upload your PDF file to the system and put your personal information, and that's all. So after your application, the first one will be the document screening. Some of the school will ask the student to come to the interview if required, and some of the school will give you our document screening result after document screening, which means you might be able to get a chance to get an offer right after the document screening, and no interviews will be required. And after all screenings, the announcement of result will come out around May, and the application starts in January, and the admission will be September. So this is the ideas of the application document that we request. So usually students need to submit our English essay, which indicates your learning intention in Western University, or what have you learned about by application, and what's your future plan after graduate or after getting admitted by Western University. And regarding the certificate of graduation and the academic transcript, I will just skip because I think every student will have the chance to get it. And I would like to spend a few minutes to explain about the standardized test result and English proficiency. So first, it depends on the education system that you spend by a university. So I will just pick up some examples. So if you are doing the US system, then regarding the standardized test results, the SAT or ACT will be necessary. And if you are applying for the science and the engineering ones, and so please submit the ACT or an SAT with AP. And please also be mentioned that the AP must include 3 subjects: mathematics, physics, and chemistry. And if you are doing the IB system, it's quite similar. The transcript need to be including 3 or more subjects in the transcript, and mathematics will be necessary if you are applying for the political science and economics, and the math, physics, chemistry will be necessary if you are applying for the science and engineering ones. So next will be the GEC A-level, the UK system. Quite similar, so I will just skip. So how about the students who are studying currently in India? So I think in India, generally you have 2 big education system, right? So one is the CBSE and another one is the CISE. So just make a very general information is that you need to submit the grade. First of all, you have to submit the grades beyond grade 10, which means the first year of your high school. And also the result of the standardized test, if you are doing the CBSE system, then you have to submit a score or a predicted score of AISSCE or SSCE. And if you're doing a CISCE, then in addition of the academic transcript, the result, the score of ISC or the predicted score of ISC will be necessary. And if you don't have the score, or if you don't have the predicted score during the application, then we suggest you to submit SAT or ACT. And please also be mentioned that if you're applying for the Faculty of Science and Engineering, the 3 subjects will be necessary, which is math, physics, and chemistry. And if one of them is losing, then we suggest you to submit the ACT as another option. So if you have any questions about this, we can answer you later, or we can answer you from the Q&A box, because it's a little bit complicated and too many details. So talking about the English proficiency test, so if you are doing the education that provided totally in English, in some case, please be attention that just in some case, you might be exempt to submit the kind of English proficiency. For example, if you are submitting SAT, ACT, or IB, and then the English proficiency will be exempted. And this is also a little bit complicated, so we suggest you to check our application guideline, very detailed, and to make sure that if you are exempt from submitting the English proficiency or not. Okay, so for more information about our university, please just search Waseda IAO online, and I will also send our e-brochure, the link to the chat box, so which you can check. And if you have any questions, if in case you have any other questions after the session, please feel free to scan the inquire form so that we'll be happy to answer your questions. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, and that's all for our explanation. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Han. That was quite educative, and our students have a lot of questions on our Q&A portal. So regarding Waseda University, so if you could answer that, that would be helpful. Just a quick, since we are short on time, just a quick question from basic general questions. I think you have explained almost all of it. Just that if you could give a little bit elaborative information on the scholarships to our Indian students, I think that would be really helpful. So yeah.
Okay, so actually, like most of the university in Japan, scholarships usually need to be applied after your admission, which means that first you have to get admitted by our university. Then after your admission, then you apply for the application registration to show your intention to apply for a scholarship. Then we select applicants and the candidates from the student who have already done the application of scholarship. So it is a little bit pity to tell you that few information about scholarship could be provided during the application, but just as I explained in the slides, more than half of the international students are able to receive kind of scholarships. So please don't worry about too much about the scholarship part.
Thank you so much for that. Also, from my personal experience, I was never a government-funded student, so I was I didn't receive the government scholarship before enrolling, but after enrolling, I received the scholarship. So those are called post-enrollment scholarships, for which you need to basically get your secure your seat first, take an admission into the university, and look up on the information page from the university, and also you can be proactively involved in that, and who knows, you might get a good scholarship. So just be proactively watching, taking the information from the admissions office. So I think, yeah, that's the key to get the scholarship for post enrollment. So yeah, thank you so much, Mr. Han, and
Thank
yeah,
you so
and
much.
please leave your contact details on our Q&A, our chat box,
Okay.
and please answer those questions regarding Waseda. So thanks a lot.
Thank you very much.
Can we have the agenda slide, please? All right, so let's move on with our last set of presentations from University of Electrocommunication. And we have Professor Hamano, Professor Kasahara, and Suzuki-san from International Affairs Office. So to give a little bit information about the University of Electrocommunication. So it's a national university in Tokyo. It specializes in the disciplines of computer science, physical sciences, engineering, and technologies. The university educates researchers and engineers, with imagination and ability founded on a broad perspective on society and technology. So, professors, would you please share the screen?
Okay, thank you so much for the introducing, and we are happy to have a talk today. And let me share our presentation. This one, where's that? And this one. Okay. So let's see, starting with the points. So hello everyone in India. This is the University of Electrocommunications, Denki Tsushin Daigaku in Japanese, and also for shortened UEC or UEC Tokyo. My name is Hamano, and I'm an international student advisor at the UEC. In this talk, I'm starting with a brief introduction of our university with a short video clip. And then we are happy to introduce our the next scholarship, UEC next scholarship program in the second part. We do not have enough time to give whole information of our university, and please check this portal site for your information. Let me go to the, let's see, this website. So yeah, I will show you this website later, but if you have take a chance, please take a scan of the QR code. Okay, back to the transparency. So let's see. So, okay, starting with this introductory clip on our university, please take a look.
Sorry, Professor, we cannot hear the voice. So if you could
I'm
share
so
the
sorry.
voice.
Yeah, I forgot the sharing. So sorry. Oh, let me. So I forgot to click the sound. Sorry. And okay. Yeah, so play it again.
The University of Electrocommunications, UEC, offers students outstanding opportunities to pursue both practical learning and cutting-edge research. UEC is in Chofu City, part of Japan's thriving capital of Tokyo. The campus is a convenient 5-minute walk from Chofu Station. The ride from Shinjuku Station to Chofu Station is about 15 minutes. The Chofu area is an easy commute from Shinjuku, Shibuya, Ikebukuro, Akihabara, and other major downtown districts. UEC's innovative education system has students learn a broad range of information science and technology basics, then move into specialized fields in which they possess particular interests or strengths. Alongside their practical studies, students can carry out state-of-the-art research. On-campus interactions between students extend from the undergraduate to graduate levels and span all specialty fields and generations. The university comes together with enthusiasm to celebrate various events like the annual Chofu Festival. Club activities are also popular at UEC, and UEC students earn numerous honors in competitions and other events. UEC celebrates its 100th anniversary in 2018, a year that will also mark the completion of UEC Port, the university's new campus. The new campus includes a facility for industry-academia joint research, the UEC Alliance Center, as well as a student dormitory and Centennial Anniversary Hall. UEC ranks as one of the world's top research universities in computer science, robotics, optical engineering, and other vital fields. The university is consistently the focus of stellar evaluations. For example, UEC was one of just 19 institutes chosen from among Japan's 770 universities to receive support under the Program for Promoting the Enhancement of Research Universities by the Japanese government. The university also conducts extensive research under the Japanese government's Society 5.0 vision, working in artificial intelligence, big data analysis, cybersecurity, and other rapidly expanding realms. UEC continues to make great strides in frontline research fields, thanks to support meant to strengthen Japan's research power. For a century, this university has consistently been at the forefront of developing creative technologies for the future. That is what the University of Electrocommunications is all about.
Okay, thank you for watching. And so our university doesn't have the contain the location in the name. We are located in Tokyo metropolitan area. It is very convenient to reach the central Tokyo and also the Tokyo International Airports. And UEC is one of the national universities in Japan, but we are rather smaller and focused on the science and technology with one undergraduate and one graduate schools. The name of our university sounds a bit out of date, but UEC is established the Technical Institute of Wireless Communication in 1918, which is a few years after the tragedy of Titanic, and we still maintain the school name of its origin. So our education and the researches are focusing on not only EE, electrical engineering, or IT, information technology fields, but also almost all the fields in engineering and applied science, like these. But unfortunately, it is except civil and architecture engineering or marine and naval engineering. UEC has two schools. One is undergraduate school of informatics and engineering that has 3 departments, though we call them clusters, and it is a 4-year bachelor's program. The other is a graduate school of informatics and engineering. We provide 2-year master's and 3-year doctoral programs. There are 4 departments and 1 extra doctoral program. In both schools has 15 educational programs in them. Let's take a look at them. So here are the 3 clusters, and there are 15 educational programs. Cluster 1, that is a cluster of informatics and computers engineering, has 5 educational programs. Well, let's see, I'm going to read. Media science engineering, management science and social informatics, design thinking and data science, mathematical information science, and computer science. In cluster 2, that is a cluster of emerging multi-interdisciplinary engineering, has also the 5 educational programs: information security engineering, information and communication engineering, electronics and information engineering, measurement and control systems, and advanced robotics. And then the cluster 3, that is a cluster of fundamental science and engineering, has also the 5 educational programs: mechanical systems, electrical engineering, optical science and engineering, applied physics, and chemistry and biotechnology. So in the graduate school, these 15 educational programs still exist, but they separated in 4 departments. So in the graduate school of informatics and engineering, there are 4 departments. The first is a department of informatics. The second is Department of Computer and Network Engineering. The third is Department of Mechanical and Intelligent System Engineering. And the fourth one, the last one, is the Department of the Engineering Science. In addition, there is a joint doctoral program is subsidiary to those 4 departments for research field. Its name is a joint doctoral program of sustainability research. And so there are about 260 research groups, research labs in these 15 educational programs. The matching of your research or study interest with our programs or research groups or research lab are very important for you to be successful in studying in UEC. So you can find this table in our website or the university leaflets. And this is a table which describes the relation between the research keyword on horizontal and our educational program, so that you are able to figure out which educational programs or department or clusters are matched with your study and research interest. Currently, we have more than 300 international students from 26 countries out of about 5,000 students in campus. And we have about 50 international students in undergraduate school, while about 200 international students in graduate school. Obviously, we have much more international students in the graduate programs than in the undergraduate program. Currently, we have only 4 students from India, unfortunately, and we expect to have more. So, okay, so I'd like to move to the topic on admission and our next scholarship program, which you might be interested more than most. And actually, each program, undergraduate, master, doctoral program, each program has a different program for admission. In the general admission, you have to take the paper examination printed in Japanese language for the undergraduate and the master's programs. So here, I'd like to mention about the most frequently asked question. Does UEC Tokyo have any programs provided in English, the so-called English-based program? And so for undergraduate school of informatics and engineering, we are very sorry we do not have any program provided in English because, so you are required for the Japanese language proficiency to study in our undergraduate program. Because not only for the entrance exams, but also all the mandatory subjects for the science and technology taught in Japanese language. But if you are the mixed scholarship student, you never worry about it because you have to, you will learn or you have to learn the Japanese language in the preliminary course anyway. On the other hand, the Graduate School of Informatics and Engineering, yeah, it's okay, partially okay for master's program and no problem for the doctoral program. Well, to be honest, we do not have any certain program provided in English, but however, you can survive. So for the admission to the Graduate School of Informatics and Engineering, in the general admission, in the general admission of master's program, you have to take the paper test printed in Japanese language, unfortunately. So that at least reading proficiency of Japanese language are required if you take the general admission of the master program again. And while that, on the other hand, the entrance examination of the doctoral program is provided by the oral interview only, either in the Japanese or English. So there's no problem for the doctoral program if you don't speak Japanese language at all, or if you don't use the Japanese language at all. And well, obviously, if you take the path to admit via the next scholarship program, you are not required for the Japanese language proficiency at all for the graduate school. And after the once you are enrolled in our graduate school, you never worry about for the language barrier. Because the many classroom subjects, the many classroom course are provided in Japanese language, but with the English materials, or lecturers support in English after each classes. So, and also the research work can be carried out in English, it depending on your research supervisor. So anyway, if you become a mixed scholarship student, you don't need to get worried about the language barriers. So, okay, I would like to move to I'd like to show the 2 paths for the next program here. The first is, as you know, the one that recommended by the Japanese embassy, and please research it by yourself if you're interested in. And the second is the one recommended by UEC, our university, so-called UEC Mixed Scholarship Program, or UEC Mixed Program. And the UEC Mixed Scholarship Program are provided only for the master's and the doctoral programs only. We are sorry, there's no program for undergraduate. And so currently we have two frames. One is special frames, and the other is a general frame. In our special frame, currently we have three programs running. The first one is a so-called Michi MICH program, but there's no new openings. We have students studying here, doing the research here, but we have no new openings for next year. The second one is so-called the IXI program. So we are currently pending for the continued program, and if our if application is accepted, we will open the 8 seats for the new student in academic year 2024. And the third one, this is a new one we call the CES program, which is starting this fall for the first year. And this program's openings will be until the academic year 2024-25. So this will have 8 seats for the enrollment in the academic year 2024. And the general frame, usually we have a couple of, so at least 2 seats in the next year too, I mean the academic year 2024. And so the schedule of the next openings of the UEC MEX scholarship program. So the next opening is for the enrollment is October 2024. It means 1 year later. Yes, you have a full year to prepare, not full year prepared, but you have to wait for the full year to enroll in this program. And the application opening will be this December to the mid-February 2024. Yes, a little bit ahead, 6 months later or something like that. And the application information has not been opened yet, in fact. And it will be open, the information will be open in the late October or early November this year. So yeah, you still have enough time if you want to apply. And online guidance for the application will be held in this November. And then the selection in the university will be in the mid-March 2024. And with your application documents and the interview of your future research supervisor. So if you apply this program, you don't have any paper examination or you don't have any the interview of yourself, but you have to fill in all the documents. You have to collect all the documents, and also you have to fill in the application form. You have to express what you've done or what you would like to do in research when you join in this program. And then the application recommendation from the UEC to the MEX will be the late March, and finally the MEX will be fixed the admission in the June 2024. Yeah, it takes a long time, but there's a one step by step. So you have to wait. So you have enough time for the application. So if you are interested in first action you should take will the search for your future research supervisor in UEC. Of course, you cannot search for the other university. You have to find your future supervisor in UEC, and you have to ask yourself, what do I want? What do you want to the research work in Japan? If it's matched with our the research field in our university, that will be perfect. And so the application openings again for the late application information opens in the late October and the early November. So, and then we have a guidance for the application online sometime in November this year, this fall. And if you are interested in, please sign up, and we will let you know when the application form is open, and also when we have the guidance. And I will show you the sign up website later. And before the application, it will take more than a few months, in fact, to have a discussion with your future supervisor for the preparation of the application documents. I mean, again, you have to fill in all the documents. It will take time. You have to plan well. And the application deadline will be mid-February 2024. And sorry, so that's all for me, but I would like to show you the portal sites again. Let's see. Yeah, again, this is our, you can collect all the information from our website, but it is hard to find sometimes. I know some requests from the future students mentioned it is hard to collect the information. So there is a portal site for our future students here. Please check the URL on the chat window, or please take a picture or scan of this display. And so yes, you can download some brochures. If you are interested in general admission, you can find the general admission information in these brochures, two brochures. We call the pamphlets on the left, the leaflets on the right. They're provided in English. And also, again, I show you this table before, and if you don't know which department or which educational program you are matched, please refer this table. And then there's some video clips. There's an interview video clips too, so please take a look at it if you're interested. And then here are the information of the UEC MEX Scholarship Program. In fact, we do not put the latest information. Actually, this is the folder for your reference. This is the information from the last openings. But most of the requirements are same as the last time. So please take a look. And then there is if you need the more information or the update information, or if you want to join in the guidance of the application, please sign up here. Let me see, and then let me quick. So, well, there is a website somewhere, so please take a look at. And also, if you want to find if you would like to look for your future supervisor, there's a list of our researchers and faculty members list, and also you can find the website. Yeah, please check the website from here. So that's all for today from us, and thank you so much for your attention.
Thank you so much, Hamano-san. That was very informative. The thing is, our students have been asking a lot of questions regarding UEC, especially because since you mentioned that the Japanese language is the courses are offered in Japanese language. So I just wanted to take up a question from our Q&A portal. So student is asking if having a benefit of N1 for the admissions.
Okay, okay. So, and if you have an N1, there's well, no benefit, but if you never worry about financial situation, you can take the general admission. And so should I go back? So let's see. So if you have an N1, it will be probably okay for the paper examination in both the undergraduate and master program. And also, there's no benefit for the doctoral program, but of course, if you have the proficiency in Japanese, you can more good communication with others in our university.
Okay. Which means that the entrance exam will be conducted in Japanese, right? And the Japanese language is mandatory.
Mandatory. For the undergraduate program, yes, you have to take the EJU, and the EJU included the Japanese language, mathematics, physics, and chemistry. And the master's program, you have to take your specialty, but printed in Japanese. But you can write the answers either in Japanese or English. At least we request you to read the examination. I mean, the printed the test in on paper.
Okay. As for the classes, will it be in English? Most of them, will it be in English or will it be in Japanese? The classes, if the students want to
courses. So again, the undergraduate program, most of them, I mean, at least the main courses are provided only in Japanese, and I'm sorry, this one. So in the graduate school, well, program student doesn't take many, only probably one or two courses only. So they can choose the classroom courses provided fully in English. And then for the master's program, well, maybe probably not the half, maybe the 10%, 20% are fully, not fully, the half provided in English. But again, they provided, the lecturers speak in Japanese, but they should provide the English material in some courses. So of course, we have more than 40 international students who doesn't speak, read, write Japanese at all.
Okay, which means like at the master's level or PhD level, I mean, Japanese, however, is not mandatory, but they can still, like you said, they can survive with English as well. Yeah. So, however, unfortunately for undergraduate, there are no English courses. No. I hope it's clear for all the students. And Professor, I would like you to please share your contact details on the chat box so that they can get in touch with you.
Please, again, in the chat box, there's a website here, and you can contact at the bottom. There's an inquiry form. Please use the form.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right. Can we have the agenda slide, please? So this marks the end of our webinar. Thank you to all the panelists and attendees for participating in today's webinar. The recordings of the webinar conducted earlier are uploaded on the University of Tokyo official site, which we are going to share now, which is on your screen right now. So I would request all of you to please take a screenshot, and we will also wait for a while for you to take the screenshot. So you can find the information regarding our upcoming webinars through this QR code. And please feel free to contact the universities personally for additional information. They have already left their contact details on the Q&A on the chat box. So once again, thank you for attending the webinar. We hope to see you again in our upcoming webinars. Thank you so much.
Thank you.